Hi, Vinny. Thank you very much for having me on your show. Yes, you are right, sir. This is a discussion we have been at least having for last 5 years on NewsX, for sure. There's no doubt about it. But the problem is when you go and look at the core of the problem, what are the structural reforms done? What are the things done from year to year which have changed the things? Practically, there's nothing. This is pollution is a chemical problem. It needs a scientific solution. Political sloganeering, political TRP, political decisions and banning crackers and all is not going to help. After Diwali, we were told this air quality index has crossed 1,000. Now it is around 442. Right now I was looking, it's around 500. So the point I was making yesterday is once the Diwali is gone, within 48 hours, it will come back to 400, 500. That is what the range is going to be. So yes, in Diwali, there's a small spike, but that lasts for only 48 hours. But has pollution left Delhi? Is Delhi pollution free? Today, you're very right, Vinny, that is still severe. What are we doing to control that? Crop burning is 6 to 10% where the load comes from. Then industrial outputs. Maximum of the load is vehicular pollution. What are we doing around that? Where are the smog towers? What are we doing to change the vehicular policy of Delhi, which we did 20 years back when we introduced CNG? That gave us 20 years, but after that, is it time to ban SUVs? Is it time to stop diesel vehicles? Is it time to get EVs on the road? All the new vehicles in around Delhi NCR have to be EVs. These are some tough decisions which need to be taken. But if you see commercially, all the SUVs are registered in around Delhi NCR. The highest sale of SUVs happens here. The local transport literally doesn't work in Delhi. Where are those DTC buses? Where are those smoke towers? When we are not doing any scientific change to address the problem, we are just doing knee-jerk reactions which get us some political TRPs for some political parties. But at the end of the day, this ban and green crackers and all is not going to do anything. Because after Diwali, it is all gone. We are still surviving with 40 to 400 to 500%, this API. What are we doing around that? Diwali to gahi na, sir. What now? Whom are you blaming now? What are you doing to control it now? Year after year, the same story. People suffer and the misery continues. It's as simple as that.
All right. Leading on to February needs to in fact go away.
What can I say? When the Aam Aadmi Party says that Delhi mein jo pollution was, that BJP workers were, lighting crackers, and that is what caused the pollution. Now, Aam Aadmi Party seems to have a software which is better than the gases because it can go to a Vikaspuri block KG 133, go to a park and track an individual, and it has some super GPS which knows if I've let a cracker, I'm a BJP worker and you are my next door neighbor, you are a Congress supporter. So if this is the political argument, God save us. We are heading for disaster. When you are failing at a political level, you're not building the consensus, because last year before that, and year before that, I asked the same question. What happened between last Diwali to this Diwali? Every year when Diwali comes, there is a climatic issue which comes in Delhi, the low pressure and the low temperature, which causes air not to leave. It becomes like a valley. That's one side of it. But what are we doing to settle the problem? What about those smog towers, those public transports? What have we done at a conceptual level? Have we stopped registration of SUVs? No. Have we stopped registration of diesel vehicles? No. Have we increased the public transport? No. How are we promoting EVs? No.
But what about, Sumit, what about trucks that go through Delhi? Why isn't there a bypass for them? That is obviously to the central government.
Correct. There is this Eastern Peripheral Highway and all. Some things are working, but still some things pass through Delhi. The problem is, let's address the elephant in the room. 80 to 90% of the pollution is caused by vehicular emissions. If we do not address that problem, Parali is 6 to 7%. It happens for some point of time. But unfortunately, in this country, the whole pollution business and drama is attributed politically to Diwali. Now, it was 1,000 in the time of Diwali. Today is 442. Diwali is gone. Is the pollution gone? This is what I was saying yesterday. Before Diwali, there will be pollution in Delhi, and after Diwali, there will be pollution in Delhi. So what Diwali has to do with this? If you want to do these knee-jerk reactions, and if you want to play this blame game, blaming Amit Shah, Modi, Yogi, everybody, and BJP workers are, doing those crackers, what do we do? And especially when Mr. Arvind Kejriwal is an IITian, he's not a naive politician, Vinny. He's a qualified IITian, he's an engineer by profession, he understands all this. The issue is there a political will to do it? Because political will cost you lakhs and crores of rupees in revenue, which you get from registrations, which you get from road tax, and which you get from other sources. When you are giving free bijli and power, there's a trade-off. Do you want to do that, and do you want to let this revenue go? It's as simple as that. So we only get photo ops of those smoke towers, which do not work, but at the ground level.
Okay. All right. Sumit, we've run out of time. What we're going to do